created the future. Until it created me.
The Dune Universe has expanded, engaging a new generation of fans and servicing those long established. Dune Awakening is the latest in this pattern that treads new ground while staying true to Dune author Frank Herbert's vision. It's an upcoming survival MMO game developed by Funcom that unfolds on the dangerous and legendary planet Arrakis. It combines the grit of survival games with the social interactivity of a large multiplayer game to deliver a unique open-world experience. The story surrounding this ambitious project was teased in a reveal trailer earlier this month and asks profound questions about an Imperium without the historical figure of Paul Atreides, many of which we'll discuss. But before we begin, I want to thank Funcom for sponsoring and collaborating on this video. Dune Awakening is currently in development, but you can wishlist it on the Steam webpage, and be sure to follow the game's socials to stay up to date with news and information.
The only peace I find is a future that never happened.
History is a powerful force that washes individuals away in the unstoppable course of events. There are those who challenge history, guide its flow, or redirect it entirely. Such an individual is found in Paul Atreides, who rises from the sands of Arrakis to overthrow an empire. But Herbert's saga is a tale of one future, one golden path in a sea of possibility. The future is ever-changing, and rogue branches support unimagined potential, which lies at the heart of the Dune Awakening narrative. The game distances itself from Herbert's established reality and asks, what if Paul Atreides had never been born? A simple question with significant ramifications. A Moment Snuffed creates an alternate timeline vastly different from the Dune saga and allows other characters, such as the game's playable hero, to rise from the tumult and grasp the reins of humanity's future. So what exactly does an Imperium without the Lisan al-Gaib look like? Small decisions unleash a torrential cascade of events that swallow Arrakis in ever more dangerous intrigue. Paul Atreides was born from defiance. Lady Jessica disobeyed her Bene Gesserit orders to produce a daughter, and instead gave Duke Leto Atreides the son he had yearned for. Dune Awakening asks, what if in this moment, duty trumped love, and Jessica bore the Sisterhood's intended daughter? This timeline would see the Bene Gesserit's nearly 10,000-year Kwisatz Haderach breeding program continue unbroken. Through a union between Leto's daughter and a male from House Harkonnen, the Sisterhood surmised that the Kwisatz Haderach, the one who can be many places at once, would be born in 1 to 2 generations. Paul's unforeseen existence created a chosen one beyond Bene Gesserit control, but without him, the Sisterhood's plans come to fruition. A Kwisatz Haderach as Padishah Emperor on the Imperial Lion Throne, but indoctrinated in Bene Gesserit superstition and obedient to them. In essence, a puppet for them to rule the known universe. Through an Atreides Harkonnen union, the Sisterhood hoped also to end the millennia-long feud between the two great houses, which leads to the next split in the timeline. Dr. Wellington Yueh's treachery and House Harkonnen's plan to destroy House Atreides are discovered prematurely. Not only does this spare Duke Leto's life, but it affords House Atreides critical time to muster defenses and counteract Baron Vladimir's assault during the Battle of Arrakeen. Emperor Shaddam pledged his Imperial Sardaukar troops in support of the Baron to eliminate the perceived Atreides threat, but with a mountain of evidence highlighting this overreach of Imperial authority, Shaddam is forced to abstain. Instead, the Sardaukar are deployed as a police body to ensure continued harvesting of spice melange, while Arrakis descends into madness. Duke Leto brings the simmering Conley, or blood feud, between his house and Baron Vladimir's to a boil by formally declaring a war of assassins. Rogues, spies, and murderers use all manner of poisons and intrigue available to them to infiltrate rival house defenses and assassinate top officials. The war of assassins between Harkonnen and Atreides plunges Arrakis into suspicion and lawlessness, where only the corrupt or cunning survive. Finally, and perhaps most significant in the shaping of history, we're told that the Fremen are exterminated. Fremen might not only secured House Atreides' ascendancy to the Imperial Lion throne, but also spread the religion of Muad'Dib through violent jihad. This galactic crusade devastates the known universe. Without Muad'Dib, without the Lisan al-Gaib, religious jihad isn't stirred. Billions are spared from death or forced conversion. Paul Atreides' religion isn't established, and the Lion Throne remains firmly with House Carino. Despite being in the MMO genre, Dune Awakening is built around a narrative backbone focused on the playable character and the decisions they make. You begin the game far from Arrakis, as a prisoner within the Imperium. Character creation is completely customizable, including your backstory. Here, you decide which planet acted as your homeworld, what caste you filled in the feudalistic Falfaluca system, and what formal training you received. Such mentors include the Bene Gesserit, the Mentat human supercomputers, and the Ginaz swordmasters. From here, you're shuttled to Arrakis to serve as slave labor, but the transport crash lands, offering you a moment to escape towards freedom. As the saying goes, out of the frying pan and into the fire. Arrakis is hostile and inhospitable, but once bearings are gathered and safety is secured, Awakening's greater narrative unfolds. This is focused on uncovering the truth of the Fremen and their mysterious disappearance. House Carino claims that Sardaukar legions exterminated all Fremen in ruthless pogroms as they took control of Arrakis from the warring House Harkonnen and Atreides. In truth, Fremen have not been seen since, but those who know Arrakis understand that there is more to this world than meets the eye. As you yourself evade capture by Imperial agents, you'll plumb abandoned sieges and hidden sanctuaries, gleaning valuable knowledge of Fremen culture and survival. How the story progresses remains to be seen, but a question begs us to seek answers. Are the Fremen truly gone? Awakening's alternate timeline represents a period of geopolitical instability, a power vacuum unfilled by Paul Atreides in which our playable characters might claim glory through various means. Dune Awakening's focus is survival, but on two levels. The first is immediate. We begin our journey isolated in the open desert with broken tools and few supplies. Thirst and need drive us to seek all-important water, gather resources, and find shelter to evade Coriolis storms that regularly reshape the entire landscape. The threat of Dune's sandworms is ever in our minds. We can't outrun them, and we can't destroy them. But once needs are satisfied, our survival turns from physical to political. The war of assassins between House Atreides and Harkonnen rages, opening an opportunity for our ambition. Pick a side, or pit agents of the great houses against each other as you ally, fulfill contracts, and double-cross those who stand in your way. Build connections and strengthen relationships to elevate yourself from commoner to aristocrat to military commander, or even establish yourself as a minor house. And behind all this, Dune's shadow factions continue to manipulate to fulfill their dark schemes. Dune Awakening offers immersion in the deeper world of Arrakis beyond the focus of the movies and even the book narrative. As an open-world experience, locales merely mentioned become hubs of exploration and discovery. Settlements like Harko Village reveal what life is like in urban centers, largely settled by off-worlders. Urgs, Bleds, and Arrakis' Great Desert tempt the acquisitive with legends of treasure stores if one can survive the open desert's sweltering heat. Dozens of Fremen sieges exist beyond the notable Siege Tabra, carved out of rocky escarpment and hidden from all but the most discerning. As the character navigates Dune, they may stumble upon the respite offered by these Fremen sanctuaries. Some of these locales are restricted to PvE interactions, while others, like the Deep Desert, open up PvP avenues for cooperation or dangerous conflict. And unknown to many, Arrakis was once the focus of Imperial planetology and research. Ancient research facilities, now abandoned and forgotten, might yet hold secrets. They are moments frozen in time that offer a rare glimpse into humankind's deepest past, and act in-game as a form of dungeon where precious resources are secured. And of course, the priceless spice melange is integral to Arrakis' economy. This rare material must be used to pay imperial taxes, buy the services or allegiance of others, as well as support your own increasing spice addiction, the withdrawal from which is lethal. As such, great risks must be taken to brave the open desert and harvest crude spice from spice blows before other players, sandworms, or destructive sandstorms descend. Though Dune Awakening drastically alters the timeline established by Herbert's work, Funcom ensures it remains true to the overall vision and aesthetic of the Dune universe. They're working closely with both the Herbert estate and Legendary Pictures to build Arrakis from the ground up. Whether through game mechanics that simulate the harsh environment, sandbox design that mirrors the planet's topography, or art direction that breathes life into peoples and places, Awakening is an entry that strives to retain the brilliance that has captured the imagination of Dune fans across decades. It affords us the opportunity to truly explore Arrakis and experience it like no other, as we discover what makes the planet so intoxicating. Thanks so much for watching and listening to this video on the initial story details of Dune Awakening. Let me know your thoughts on the alternate timeline, what ramifications you think will be most significant, and what you hope to see most from the game. I want to thank Funcom again for sponsoring and collaborating on this video. Stay tuned in the coming weeks and months as more details on Dune Awakening and its supporting lore will be revealed. And if you're interested in getting your hands on a copy, be sure to click the link in the description to add it to your wishlist. Until next time, go forth and explore the lore.